Hello Jean-Claude, we
Hello.
are on the Munich Show 2015 and you are presenting the Jean Marie Reynaud range of speakers. What are you presenting today?
So today I'm presenting 3 models of the entire range. So to start with, the smallest is the Euterpe Suprême, then the Abscisse and Orféo Suprême V2. Okay.
Can you tell us more about them? What are the price ranges and what are the main differences in the sound?
So Euterpe Suprême is an entry line floor standard speaker. It's €2,500 a pair.
Okay.
Abscisse is €4,750 and Orféo is €8,000 a pair. So mainly, well, of course, technology is a bit different in between the entry line and then those 2 models. So the Euterpe is a 2-way speaker with a traditional dome tweeter, silk dome tweeter, and a paper aquaplast cone. It's a mix of carbon and paper cone for that. We are using for all our floor standard the same kind of transition line system, which is pretty much like a quarter wave transition line system, but with a triangular shape that gives more speed to the signal into the cabinet and avoid parallel panel into it, and also avoid a lot the use of damping material into the cabinet, which gives more speed to the low end. Abscisse and Orféo, we can say that we can say that it's pretty much like a pneumatic. Orféo is Abscisse is a pneumaticity of Orféo. That means Orféo and Abscisse are using exactly the same kind of technology, but Abscisse is using 13 centimeter drivers, while the Orféo is using 16 centimeters drivers. But they are both what we call 2.5-way system. That means the tweeter is going till 2.2K, then this driver is going from 2.2K in 12 dB crossover until the end. It's not filtered in the low end, and this one is reaching the first one in 6 dB, so completely in phase at 400 Hz. So both drivers are working together to reproduce low frequency under 400 Hz. So it gives much more speed and more efficiency because you have a bigger surface, so more energy. But also because it is exactly the same drivers, even if we have here a phase plug and here only a dust cap. We have exact same speed, and acceleration is exactly in phase for both drivers. So Orféo is using the same kind of technology and is also a 2.5-way speaker. Mainly also we have this tensioning system that you cannot see because it's at the back, but all drivers there's a tensioning rod that crossing the cabinet to the back of the cabinet, and then you see a bolt at the back that's actually making a tension of the driver into the cabinet, and also gives more stiffness to the cabinet. And also the mechanical reference of the woofer is not the front of the speaker but the back of the speaker. It gives all kind of vibrations and everything to the back of the speaker. So transient signal is cleaner, and actually when you look with a strobe lamp on big pulse, actually magnet system of a driver is moving. So the magnet field is moving around the coil. So by tensioning the complete driver like that, you fix completely the magnet system, and so the field is always very concentrated and very stable.
Okay, tell us a little bit more about the philosophy of the brand, because to me, maybe I'm wrong, but I've the idea that Jean Marie Reynaud is more for classical music lovers, but from what I heard today, really the Abscisse, for instance, is playing rock very beautifully. And tell us more about the philosophy of the brand.
Well, I think philosophy of the brand is more about men than about technology, because I talked about technology, but this doesn't really matter to us. It's more about a product that's designed by music lover for music lovers. So, in fact, of course, my father built the brand in 1967. So my father was another generation for me. So he started mainly with classical music and was very fond of classical music. So I was born and raised into classical music also. But because I'm listening to all kind of music, I wanted products to be more versatile, more able to reproduce any kind of music. So what is important for me is tone, of course, like anybody, but especially natural tones, like voice, like natural and classical or acoustic instruments, and give the most reality to it with no artifice, no hi-fi sound. It's not about, I would say, impressive sound or parameters. It's more about intimacy, about emotion, about richness of tone and humanity of it. So basically, developing products and improving technology allow us to have faster sound, so more capable of dynamics and everything than it used to. But we are keeping in mind that it's more important for me to, I would say, it's difficult to say in English, but
of the right sound?
No, not the right sound. It's more about transmitting emotion, transmitting the feel, transmitting why the player is playing this way, than making a lot of impression of what it is.
But all about what music is, passion and emotion.
Yes, mainly yes. So it's true that when you listen to that, it's frankly, Abscisse for me is a kind of miracle, because when you see the speaker and when you listen to the image, the 3D image it can develop, you don't have any relation really in between the object and the sound that it does. So it's really about being involved into the event and not thinking about what you see anymore. It's nothing to relate on what you see. So for me, when the speaker completely disappears behind the music and sound and of course the emotion, then you just transport yourself in another place. You transport yourself onto a stage or into the studio or just in front of somebody singing, and that's more important for me than having, I don't know, more bass or more treble or more whatever it is.
Okay,
so,
thank you very much, Jean-Claude.
You're welcome.
Congratulations for these beautiful speakers.
Thank you very much.